Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be doing a reading on Marilyn Monroe and her three husbands, and then looking at her untimely passing to see, was this something just bad luck, bad circumstances that occurred, or was there maybe potentially more behind it? So that's what I want to take a look at here today. But first things first, I want to take a the first thing is disclaimer. Remember, everything I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, y'all, just my opinions, psychic downloads, and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Otherwise, what we're going to start with first is we're going to look at Marilyn Monroe and who really was she at the core of herself. Like, what were things that motivated her? What are things that maybe were going to be challenging in her life? Just really, who was she at the core of herself? So let's take a look. So who was she? She was someone, the lovers. This is, she was always meant to be a star. Well, not a star, but she was always meant to connect with people, I should say. Whether that was connecting with people, if she would, I don't know if she would have been owner of a cafe, but like a waitress somewhere. She would have been like the community mom. Is kind of what was what I'm always seeing. Loved and adored by a lot of people. However, there's it always seemed to with like relationships. Relationships are always something that were going to be a struggle in her life as well. Whether that was a relationship with a parent, a spouse, a partner, business associates, or the such. Because I'm also getting here, it's like she's showing up as Eve with the snake around her. There was always going to be difficulties or temptations or unhealthy things kind of that were going on in her life that I think when she's looking at her lifetime of when that occurred, that was something that she was looking to do. It was going to be a time of going through those motions and really, I think, healing old relationship wounds. And that was kind of what her in this lifetime that she had was kind of like her mission per se. Yeah, because when we're looking here as well with the Devil card reverse, this was going to be a lifetime of breaking free from chains, breaking free from old patterns, old cycles, and the such. Whether this was in relationships or circumstances around her. This lifetime was her looking to break away and get away from the chains that bound her through illicit substances or drinks, whatever you did to alter the mind or the body in some way. Or just bad relationships as well that were toxic. Because one thing, looking here when it came to like what were things that like materially she was bringing within this life, her life seems like it was going to be one of trying to also find balance between work and life. What were those two sides? How are we going to balance ourselves? The public spotlight versus the non-public spotlight. Like, it was going to be, this was like a lifetime of finding her balance. And I'm thinking also being put on such a public stage, I'm hearing that was not part of the plan. Being put on such a public stage was not part of the plan in this lifetime, but she got pushed there. And I'm not sure. We'll take a look into what was going on there. But hopes and fears here, the Hierophant. I also feel like, oh boy. So what I'm getting a lot is actually, it seems like from a previous lifetime, she was running, it seems like, from old people, places, things that maybe she had been a part of or been kind of roped into. And she was running from that in this lifetime and trying to heal those old wounds. However, it's like, I don't know what sort of divine, weird shenaniganery is afoot, but it seems like those people, that same group, energies that she had been trying to heal from and get away from, found her again and roped her back into this same cycle in this Marilyn Monroe lifetime. Because also here, it's like there was a lot of secrets that were revealed to her within this lifetime that I feel that she that exposed a lot of the inner wounds that she had. Oh gosh. Was the opposing energy not strong enough to do this? She found fame, luck, success here in the past. And then here in the future. Couldn't move forward. Okay, so energetically, this is what I'm kind of seeing and how I'm interpreting it. Marilyn Monroe, whatever lifetime she had before her Marilyn Monroe incarnation, here on the earthly plane, again, was running from this group, this cult-like activity, these cult-like groups, energies, or the such. They found her again, and when they found her, it's like they knew how to attack the soul. They knew how to attack the soul, trigger the soul, get the soul to fall back on the old patterns rather than heal itself, which is what this lifetime had been about. This was all about like, no, we need to bring you back in. I also get that where there was some sort of soul contract here that she was having to pay the piper from the last lifetime to the Marilyn Monroe lifetime. It's like, you made a deal with us, now you need to, okay, you tried to escape the deal in the last one, and now you have to, it's like a karmic balance of like, okay, you made a deal, well, now you need to pay up. And that's what it feels like this lifetime was about, which is why I think she was not able to heal. It's like you were running from your karmic debts, you were running from your energetic debts from previous lifetimes. She wasn't strong enough to kind of break free from that, because it does feel like she's coming into this lifetime with a lot of guilt. Ooh, yeah, she came into the Marilyn Monroe lifetime with a lot of guilt that kind of drove her in to do certain things. Because also with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's good luck, good opportunity as well. I mean, she had good luck, good opportunity, good fortunes. This was going to be a very lucky lifetime for her, kind of falling into different things. But that's because it feels like she was reaping the rewards from the last lifetime into this energetically into this lifetime. There were debts to pay, but she was also getting the rewards that she hadn't gotten from the last lifetime. How I see this is, I'm with this group. I signed the contract. But then as soon as I signed the contract for, I don't know, fame, fortune, money, good luck, good opportunities, it's like, I don't know if she was backstabbed, but it's like she couldn't reap the rewards from that last contract, but then she also couldn't pay up the debts from that contract either. It's like something was cut short before she could either receive or give for that contract that she had signed. So when she passed in that last lifetime, it feels very suddenly, she jumped into this one. I don't know if she jumped into this one and there might have been like a 10, 15 year difference. But she went into this lifetime then. And then that's when the fame, the fortune, the contract came, and the contract then, so the contract came up, the things came in that she signed for, but then she also had to pay for it in this lifetime as well. And everything happened almost simultaneously, it seems like, for her, rather than, say, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. It happened like stage 1, 2, and 3 all in that same time frame. So that's what I'm just seeing energetically for Marilyn Monroe and this lifetime that she had and what was kind of going on. It seems like she is kind of stuck in this cycle, because it's like you weren't able to move forward here in the future with that Chariot card reversed. So that's what I'm seeing, just generally Marilyn Monroe's general path lifetime stuff, which, interesting. That was pretty darn cool. So next one I want to go into is just the relationships with each one of her husbands. So she had I'm going to grab up the list because I'm not misrepresenting any of them. So her first husband, James, and then she had Joe DiMaggio, and then she had Arthur Miller. So I wanted to just take a look at each one of them. What was that relationship dynamic like? Why did she maybe separate from each one of them? And kind of go from there. So we're going to take a look at her first husband, James Doughtery, first. Then we'll go to Joe DiMaggio and then Arthur Miller. So let's just take a look at that relationship dynamic that she had with each one. And again, I want to see, like, what was that energy like? So let's take a look here. So it'll be Marilyn on the left and the husband on the right. and then all the energies in between. So we have Marilyn, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and then we have James. Then we have the energy in between the two of them. These two just couldn't get on the same page with everything. So looking over here, Marilyn was a little bit greedy, a little bit selfish when it came to this relationship. Like, I want to have more. I want to have more. Also, did she have like a shopping? I don't know if it was a shopping addiction, not addiction, I would say, but like, was she like really she wanted the finer things in life. She wanted to be like the hostess with the mostest. Because with the Queen of Pentacles here, it's also giving me a little bit of like, I want all the things, which I don't know how old she was when she was with James. But seeing this here, it gives me like, I want the world. And it feels like she was very, very young, trying to be an older individual when she got married to him. Because over here, he was pretty greedy, pretty selfish, pretty stingy. It's like, I don't want to spend money. I don't want to spend money. She wants to spend money. In between the two of them, the Page of Wands reversed, it's like saying one thing, doing another. They just couldn't get on the same page when it came to finances, what they wanted to do with their life. Marilyn's like, I want to go out and do different things. I want to be big. I want to go and try different things. He's like, let's be a little bit more reserved, a little bit more cautious. It's like he had a very cautious energy to him. Also, was there an age gap between the two? Like, by like a couple years? Because it feels like I went and I had my fun, and she was just getting into, I want to go have my fun stage. So like, they were almost at two different points of life as well when they met. So it's like, that's why things are maybe a little bit different. Because we're over here, it's like, yeah, the Four of Wands as well. You wouldn't convince me that this was a really happy home. Four of Wands is like, should we really get married? Should we not really get married? There's a lot of conundrums with things. And again, they just had different objectives and different what paths that they wanted to have in life. It's like they came together, but then they were on two different paths, or two different timelines. And this is like pretty common, at least from what I've met, a couple people who've like dated like maybe people who are older than them or younger than them, and they're on like different timelines essentially. Like, some are just getting started in like college, while others are really big in their career. Others are like ready to have kids, and the other person wants to travel a lot. Like, they're just on two different parts of their life, and that's what it feels like here for these two. As from a material standpoint, yeah, again, we couldn't. Someone also here wanted to spend money, have things, do the finer things in life. There wasn't a balance between things. It's like it was my way or the highway. As the hopes and fears here, the King of Wands reverse. Again, also was James kind of a little bit more controlling of an individual? Because it feels like it's like his way or the highway. It really was his way or the highway. There was not a lot of compromise. Also, did Marilyn have a job when she was married to him? And if she did she what was her percentage that was brought into the marriage? Because it doesn't seem like there was there was like a disproportionate amount of income that she brought into the marriage, and I think that was maybe part of a sticking point within their relationship. Because the unseen obstacles here is a Ten of Wands. Like, I'm gonna pack my bags and go. This was not a healthy relationship. Someone wanted to pack their bags and go, and I feel like this was like a threat a lot of the times. It's like, or she maybe packed an overnight bag and went somewhere else, or he packed an overnight bag and went somewhere else. Because yeah, the Six of Swords, distance, travel, change. Someone wanted to move, someone wanted to leave, someone wanted to go somewhere else. They didn't want to stay where they were at. And the other one's like digging their heels in, like, I don't want to move, I don't want to leave, we're not going. So she's like, fine, I'm going to leave anyway, and go. You don't have to come with, and here are the papers. Because the positive energy, the Temperance, these just two were like oil and water. Oil and water, the sun and the moon, they just weren't. Again, I would just see this as like they're just two different points in their life. And they didn't want to, neither one was willing to compromise. Because here in the past, I think James came off as a really big fatherly figure for her, was like, he had like the energy of, I'm going to control this, I'm going to provide, I'm going to be the big man in the house, and the such. But then in the future, it's the Seven of Wands. However, both of them, they fought like cats and dogs. They did not get along, and neither one of them could really defend each other or defend themselves against one another. It's like both of them did bad, and I think they both acknowledge that they both did bad. And it's like, again, it's like we're both just on different points of life. So if we're in different points of life, like, let's let each other go have, I don't know, points of life where we can be one with, we can have people that we're on the same points in life with. Again, that's what I'm kind of seeing here. Because yeah, they broke up, they got divorced. There was a backstabbing and a betrayal here as well that kind of initiated this divorce. Because like it just wasn't worth it anymore. Also, someone was going towards their happiness. Like, I do think that this is a mutual breakup because neither one were happy within the relationship, but it's not that they weren't happy about each other. They wanted to see each other succeed, but it wasn't they just were at two different points in time in their life. They both wanted different things at different points in time, and that's just what it was looking like. So okay, let's take a look at Marilyn's relationship with Joe DiMaggio. So, let's take a look. Oh, he was head over heels for her. He was head over heels. Oh boy. Yeah, he's head over heels. I'm already feeling like, oh my gosh, he is head over heels. This is, yeah, head over heels. We'll look at Marilyn. Look at Joe. Energy in between. Okay. So, I don't know if these two were like rebounds for each other. I'm hearing yes. But with the Two of Swords here reversed with Marilyn, she's like, I've made so many bad decisions, I'm just going to latch on to you. Joe's over here as the Two of Wands, though, which is like, oh, like, I kind of, like, I'm looking to take that next step in my life. I want to go out and do things. Between the two of them with the Ten of Swords reversed, it's like, okay, we were both at rock bottom. Now we kind of want to, this feels like a trauma bonded relationship. I'm just going to put it out like that. This feels like a trauma bonded relationship. But again, Joe's head over heels. He saw her as her world. He saw her as his next step, as the next big thing. Like, I'm legitimately, like, that's pretty gosh darn evident here. Because the clarifying energy here with the Page of Swords reversed. Neither one told each other that they were each other's rebounds. Like, they didn't tell each other that. Because I'm getting here with the Page of Swords. There's also, like, the beginning of their relationship, and even during their relationship, there's a lot of stuff where it's like, we said one thing, we did another. There was, like, white lies here and there. Like, and they did it to both of each other, and, like, they did it to each other. As material influences here. Is this right? Right? I don't know. Well, let's go with that. Because yeah, again, I this was a good relationship for the two. Good luck, good opportunity. You're getting box cars up. Again, it's like their relationship was built on white lies, and some maybe not so good white lies. But again, it was really good for each other. It's like they found each other at the exact right moment for when they needed to be together. As hopes and fears is the Nine of Wands. Oh yeah. Just like, again, it's like he saw her as a world. This wasn't the healthiest relationship either. And you know how I was saying before, like, Marilyn's, like her thing in this lifetime was building relationships and finding healthy relationships. And it seems like trying to build those and not run from them. And it just feels like here, it's like she could never let her guard down around him, and he couldn't let his guard down around her. Or I think it's more one-sided, where she couldn't let her guard down around him. But he was like head over heels, like, I trust you. Because with this Knight of Wands, it's like I'm on my guard. It's like I put up a wall, and it's like we can never get through that wall because the unseen obstacles here, as well as the Three of Pentacles reversed. There was someone around her or someone around Joe that neither one of them could trust. It's like, this is a bad business deal. This is a bad. What I get is someone. I don't know if Joe didn't like someone on Marilyn's team. Ooh, that was a strong yes. He did not like someone on her team. Thomas? No. Starts with a T? No. There's someone on her team, though, that he did not like. And who I'm seeing is he's got this tie. He's got the old bowler hat. He's got a little bit of a stomach to him. He liked to wear a plaid. No, a plaid or one of those neckerchief. Like, he liked to wear the ties that had like the pattern of like it's all squares, but in like different colored squares that alternate. Can't remember what that pattern is called, but that's who that person is. He's given me a little bit of like, oh, what's his name from Laurel and Hardy, the bigger guy from Laurel and Hardy, except it's not them, but that's who I'm kind of like seeing when it comes to who this person kind of reminds me of. He also came off with like a little bit more of a jolly type of energy, and Joe did not like this guy. He did not like this guy. He did not trust this guy, but Marilyn's like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, and he's like, no, it's not. Because the opposing energy here, Page of Cups as well. Did he want kids, or did she want kids with him? Like, did they want kids? But like, it was really difficult for them to actually have kids, because with the Page of Cups here, it's like giving me like, we wanted kids. We want to start something new. It's like the youngest card in the entire deck. So it's like, were there difficulties coming to conceiving or having kids, or when they wanted kids, because it feels like that might have been a sticking point for their relationship. Because the positive energy here too is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Joe does not like the people Marilyn kept company with. I also don't think Marilyn liked the people she kept company with, but it's like, you need to do this to get there. You need to do this to do that. Ten of Pentacles reversed, though. It's like, oh, someone got booted from whatever group thing that they were doing. Maybe this was Joe. But yeah, someone got booted pretty big, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because they argued, they threatened, they did something, and so they're like, okay, you got the boot, so you gotta go, and you can't be attached to this one no more either, so you guys gotta go. Because here in the past, yeah, a lot of sleepless nights. Also, oh, do I want to? Yeah, we're going to go there. So, also, when it came to their relationship, I'm seeing a lot of energetic, weird shenaniganery going on in, like, the astral plane for their relationship. As you can see in this card, you have all these birds that they're black. And then you have this one up here. It's, like, transparent. These two got together because someone was messing on an astral plane level, in my opinion. Is what I would see this as. It's like astral projection. This is like thoughts coming in. I also feel like when they broke up, like someone was using astral projection or spell work to break them up. This could come in the many different forms. The form that's kind of coming up to my mind is like, I want to project thoughts into your head so that you two are like thinking each other are cheating on each other, or think badly of me, or are judging me, and like going after like their most insecure pieces of themselves. And so like we're messing with it on an energetic level to break you guys up naturally. So it's not like, oh, we need you to break up with them. It's like, now we're going to send spells to get you together, but then also break you apart. Because the future events here is the Two of Cups. If these two could have... Joe figured this out. Joe figured this out a little bit later, I think, after they split. And he was still alive when he figured this out. I'm feeling that pretty strongly. And then once he passed, it was like triple confirmed that that's what was going on. Because it's like, he never lost love for Marilyn. He still loves her. And I think if he... don't know if he jumped into another lifetime to follow her. No, but he's waiting for the next one. Okay. Joe and Marilyn's energies, their souls, they've been in a lot of different lifetimes together, I'm feeling. Or if not a lot, it's been like 2 or 3. And it's like they're going to have more together. They still have some karmic debts and karmic things that they need to go through. So that's what I'm feeling here, because he still loves her. Even to this day, I feel like it. Next lifetime that these two share together, I do see them getting together again. I don't know if that'll be on a very public stage, but I do see them getting together again. Because additional info here, it's like I'm getting out of my comfort zone. Yeah. When I'm seeing this relationship again, I don't know if Joe felt like he should be with Marilyn. It feels like there's a lot of, it's like it's like, should I be with Marilyn? Should I not be with Marilyn? Should I be with Marilyn? Should I not be with Marilyn? Because like it really drew him out of his comfort zone for this relationship. And the struggle with it is because of family. Again, I think he wanted a family. He very, very strongly wanted the kids, the family, the wife, the white picket fence, and he just wasn't able to do that with Marilyn. And over here, because like the solution was trickery, people were messing with him on an energetic level. Like his lifetime as well was pretty messed up. Near, I think, more of like that middle to end parts of his life. His whole he also had he was not able to accomplish what he needed to accomplish in this lifetime. So that's what I'm kind of seeing for their relationship. Interesting. People are really messing with Marilyn's relationships, but I think that's what she signed up for this lifetime. Or if not this lifetime, the last one, which kind of bled into this one. So, I mean, again, I don't think it was supposed to be as public as it was, but she's, again, it's like karmic debts from the previous lifetime were done in this lifetime because of a really weird, crazy thing that happened. Okay, so next we're going to do Arthur Miller. So let's take a look. What's going on with Arthur? So we have Marilyn, we have Arthur, we have the energy in between the two of them. These two, why were they together? She's like, you can't give me jack shit. Like, I'm already doing what I need to do. Why? Why were these two together? Because he's not that invested either. Like, he's all hot and cold, bad relationship in between the two of them. It's like unconventional relationships. Like, this isn't a traditional marriage. These two did not have a traditional marriage. If no matter what y'all say in the comments, you won't get me to believe it. Why? Because the chariot upright. What did Arthur Miller do? Was this like, did he travel a lot? And like, did she travel with him? Because it's like, we have an unconventional marriage because we travel a lot for work. So like, I'll sleep with whoever you want. You can sleep with whoever you want. I'll sleep with whoever I want, and away we'll go. He's a jealous type of person though. So it's like rules for me, but not, or rules for thee, not for me type of energy here. The material influences here, the 7 of Cups. With hopes and fears. Was this a PR relationship from like back in the day? I'm hearing yes and no. So I'm not asking the right question here, but what I get is this might not have been a PR relationship, but this was a arranged relationship. Wasn't for PR, wasn't for any of that, but it's like, we need you to do this. It was it's almost like I get arranged marriage type of thing here. This was like an arranged marriage. I don't know how that all worked back in the day. I mean, Marilyn's very well within her rights to tell people to F off, right? But again, 7 of Cups. It's like, we had a couple different options for you. They wanted to keep this isolated, hidden away from one another. No one could go do different things. The unseen obstacle. You can't convince me that these two were in a traditional relationship. They did not like each other. Each one was going off and doing their own thing here. The opposing energy. Yeah, there was these two were sleeping with other people all the time. Because it's like we have the same ideals of what family were. That we didn't want a family. We didn't want these things. We just wanted to go out, have some fun. Let's be married. Let's cover shit up. Like, you won't convince me because the past events, the Nine of Pentacles, our careers would have been ruined if we wouldn't have been together. And then here with the future, it's like, yeah, we couldn't get away with shenaniganery anymore. Also, did these two, I'm going to say this, did Marilyn act as a beard for Arthur Miller? And that's why they did this arranged thing, because it's like, we can't have this getting out about Arthur. We'll just have him be married to Marilyn. It covers things up. She can go do whatever she wants to do, but we need to keep a cover for him. Because additional information here is the Four of Cups. It's like, yeah, I don't want to look towards my cup of plenty. I'm just going to look at what I can't have. Because I feel stuck where I'm at. I can't go out. I can't. Also, with all the gay colors over here, was Marilyn Arthur's beard? I'm just trying to understand this. Because it's like, I can't go be my gay self with all the rainbow. I'm sorry. Solution here. You just needed to speak up. I mean, I get it with the time frame. Like, you really couldn't speak up about this stuff. You really couldn't be who you were. You were very much persecuted. Like, there was a whole AIDS epidemic. There was people, you just couldn't go out and be, I mean, love is love. I mean, look at the 60s. It didn't really matter. But again, it's like there was still that, the tensions were high still during that time. But again, was you can't convince me that they loved each other, but like, it was a mutually arranged relationship. Okay. That's what I'm seeing there. I don't know. But that's what I'm getting. All right, so next I want to take a look at Marilyn's passing, as most people, that's probably people are here for, but let's just take a look at her passing and see what ended up happening there. Was her OD at, what was it, 32, 36? Was that something that actually, was it just an accident? Was it truly just an accident? Or was it something maybe more? So let's take a look-see here and just check it out. And if we get some interesting cards, I might do a second video. So, but let's take a look here. Marilyn Monroe's passing. Tunnels. What's underneath? What's with the movement of things? Some dating. Material influence. There's a couple involved here. The gosh darn mountains again. There's something in those mountains. Unseen obstacle. This happened at home. There's a kid. Positive energy that's alive. Past event. Future event. Did Marilyn actually pass when she said, like, when they said that she did? Because what I'm getting, additional information. Well, yeah, there's Eyes Wide Shut. What I'm getting from this, her passing. Do I think that she's gone? Yes. Did she actually pass when they said that she passed, though? I'm getting no. There's some sort of thing where it's like, okay, we got to keep her body alive. Was she pregnant at the time that she passed? Or was she pregnant at the time that this alleged OD happened? Because with that child here is like the negatives, like, oh shit, she had a kid. She had a kid. And then, but the positive energy, like the kid's alive. Like we had to keep the kid alive. I'm just getting some clarifiers on this. Because I might just have to do a completely separate. Yeah, we're going to have to do a completely separate video on this. Because I'm a little confused. But like what I'm kind of being shown here is. The mountains. Jesus. I've been getting those a lot too when I'm reading anything unwanted information, traumatic revelation. What's with this child card? Okay, so in the past here, also was like there seems to be some weird stuff going on. What's with this gift in the future though? Okay, so when we're looking at Marilyn's passing, I'm not getting her passing. What I'm getting, it seems like there's, I don't know what's with the tunnels, but I'm not getting that she passed when they said that she did. When they said, "Oh, on this such and such date she passed in her home from uh from a OD," what I'm getting is that she didn't. Okay, so maybe the soul was gone, but the body wasn't. The body was still there. Why am I saying this? She was pregnant. I do see that she was pregnant. She was had a relationship here. It's like, okay, so law enforcement, Thunderhead Squadron. What I'm really getting more from this is there's like a fleet of people that are running stuff underground. I forget if she passed in LA. I think it was. But it feels like there was maybe some dirty dealings allegedly going on at that time when it came to tunnels, underground stuff. And she was seeing someone at this time underground. No one kind of knew who she was seeing. But it's like this relationship that she was in, it was a weakness of hers. It's like it made her vulnerable in what was kind of going on. Because there's this couple. It's like we've run out of time with this couple. It's like, was she seeing someone, and like was she maybe the third woman? And it's like this couple's like, you need to get rid of this one. You need to get rid of this one. It's like, you've run out of time for this whole little thing on the side. It's like, you either need to get rid of this or we deal with it differently. Because over here, the mountains and the bad omens, hopes and fears. She knew this was coming. She knew something was coming down the pipeline for her. She just didn't know what it was. Also, there's issues at home. When we're seeing the home here and unwanted information, she had a snake in her midst that she didn't think was going to turn on her. She thought this was a confidant. She thought this was a friend. This child with the pet. There's something with a pet. I don't know if someone got bit that night. And like there's evidence of it where I don't know if they swabbed the dog or the cat or whatever, but there's like biological material that was left at that crime scene. Whoops. I should say left at that scene that would tell people what actually happened or who was actually there. And it's like you could just swab you could swab it because there was blood, there was material. Someone got bit is what this feels like. Also with the child here as well, I'm seeing that I think she was pregnant. She was pregnant. She was having a child, and I don't know if the child survived, but like they tried to keep the child alive is what I'm getting. It's like we tried to keep Marilyn's body alive so we could keep the child alive, but then the body shut down, so the child wasn't able to come through either. Because here at the bull, because over here the positive energy, yeah, we kept her alive for a lot longer than we thought we could, but with the bull in the china shop here, it's like there was like a couple crucial missteps that occurred that things just didn't get going out here. Because here in the past, accomplice, partner in crime, she was a part of something. I don't know if she wanted to expose something, but this was a first draft. It's like, I don't know if she was trying to put something together or if trying to talk about something. I'm hearing yes, but it was only in very early stages. And it's like we needed to get rid of her before we could get any farther. Because like we caught wind of what was going on really, really early. So we're just going to cut that shit out right now. And then here in the future with the gift, it's like she also left something behind within her personal belongings. I don't know where those ended up, but it's like there is a material thing or something within her belongings that was given to someone that would showcase what was actually going on, the illegal deals in her past, the criminal stuff that was going on, maybe some shady shenaniganery, and the other stuff. So that's what I'm kind of seeing over here with just this additional information. So we have Eyes Wide Shut group, Triangle people, and the such. Again, I'm getting that this is someone that she trusted that was a part of this group that she thought she could confide in. And in reality, she couldn't, because down here it's a natural disaster. We're going to make this look like it was, I think originally they were going to try and make this look like, oh, there was a fire, she couldn't get out, but then there was a change of plans. Also, they wanted to make it look like, oh, this is something that was naturally could have been done. And alcohol and or illegal substances was an easy way to go go about it. So that's what I'm seeing here for Marilyn Monroe, her passing and stuff with her husband. If you want me to take a look more into the circumstances around her passing, let me know. And I can do a follow-up video on that. But this is kind of just looking at her passing, and there's some shady stuff going on, but I don't want to make this video too long. So thank you all again so very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys around. If you want to book a personal reading, you can do so using my website link down below. Check out my merch store. I got some cool stuff, including this wonderful mat that you can purchase there. Otherwise, if you want to go check me out on any of my socials, I do have a Twitter. I don't use Facebook as much. I'm more on Twitter. If you want to go check out, I try and post every reading. If you miss one, you can always go check me out there on Twitter. Otherwise, I have a bunch of other places that I am on, which are all linked down below in the description box as well. So with that then, otherwise, YouTube members, you could see videos like this early. Woo! And cool member live stuff. So if you want to go check me out, feel free. Otherwise, feel free to leave a comment, like, share with your friends if you want. Otherwise, yeah. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So, bye!